What we studied in our last video, we studied about compounds of sulfur. Rhombic and monoclinic sulfur are the different forms of or allotropes of sulfur. We studied about how can you prepare rhombic and monoclinic sulfur. We studied both of them having S-side molecule with puckered ring structure. What is the difference between rhombic and monoclinic? In a rhombic, one puckered ring comfortably fit into another, just like this. What about monoclinic? One puckered ring sit on the other. This is the basic difference between monoclinic and rhombic sulfur. Also, we studied about oxides of sulfur, oxo acids of sulfur, and also we studied the very important oxo acids of sulfur called sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid is prepared by contact process. Now we are going to start the next group, that is group 17. Group 17 consists of fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine and astatine. These elements readily react with metals. For example, we know sodium is a metal which readily react with chlorine of this 17th group from sodium chloride. What is sodium chloride? It's a salt. Like that, potassium react with bromine, we are getting potassium bromide. Potassium react with the iodine, we are getting potassium iodide. All these are salt. That means the elements of group 17 readily form salt with metals. That is why these elements together called halogens. What is the meaning of halogen? Halogen means salt producer. We are going to study about occurrence of group 17 elements. Fluorine mainly occurs as insoluble fluorides. What is that? Insoluble fluorides. Insoluble fluorides example, fluorspar. What is fluorspar? Fluorspar means nothing but calcium fluoride. The next important insoluble fluoride is cryolite. Already we studied. It is one of the important ore of aluminium. Na3Al(F6) is the formula for cryolite. Fluoroapatite. We studied in group 15. Fluoroapatite is one of the insoluble fluorides. Ca3PO4 twice CaF2. It is also present in river water plant. Fluorine is also found in river water plant. Fluorine is one of the important component of bones and teeth of animals. Bones and teeth of animal contain fluorides. These are some of the important sources of fluorine. What are the important sources of fluorine? Fluorine mainly found in insoluble fluorides. River water plants contain fluorine. Also, bones and teeth of animals consist of fluorine. Seawater is the main source of chlorine and bromine. Seawater mainly consists of chlorides, bromides and iodides of sodium, potassium, calcium, also magnesium. Seawater mainly consists of chlorides, bromides, iodides of sodium, potassium, calcium and magnesium. The deposit of dried up sea mainly consists of sodium chloride as well as carnallite. What is carnallite? Carnallite means nothing but chloride of potassium and magnesium is called carnallite. Carnallite is the main component of dried up sea. Some of the marine life, some of the seaweeds contain iodine. That's all about the occurrence of group 17 elements. The last element at time is a radioactive element. Now we have to study about electronic configuration of group 17. As you all know, group 17 elements consist of 7 electrons in their outermost orbital. That means the general outermost electronic configuration of this element is Ns2Np5. Ns2Np5 is the general outermost electronic configuration of group 17. That's all about the electronic configuration. Atomic and ionic radii. We know when we move from left to right, atomic radii decreases. That means halogen possesses very small atomic radii in the corresponding period. Next to halogen, of course, group 18 elements are present, but due to van der Waals radii, their atomic radii is somewhat bigger than that of halogen. So halogen possesses smallest atomic radii in the corresponding period. As usual, when we move from top to bottom, atomic radii increases. So fluorine is the smallest element in group 17 elements. Ionization enthalpy. Ionization enthalpy and atomic radii are inversely proportional to each other. That means since the elements of group 17 are the smallest, they possess high ionization enthalpy. As usual, when we move from top to bottom, ionization enthalpy value decreases due to increase in atomic size. Electron gain enthalpy. What do you mean by electron gain enthalpy? Tendency to accept an electron or energy released during an electron is accepted. Halogens need only one electron to attain nearby stable electronic configuration. Hence, halogens having very high electron gain enthalpy value. Since energy is released during electron gain enthalpy process, electron gain enthalpy value is always negative. That is why we are normally telling when we move from left to right, halogens possess very high negative electron gain enthalpy in the corresponding period. The high electron gain enthalpy value is also associated with small size as well as high nuclear charge. Halogens in a corresponding period, they are smaller in size and also they possess high nuclear charge. Effective nuclear charge is also high. Because of these two factors, when we move from left to right, halogen possess very high negative electron gain enthalpy value. But when we move from top to bottom, the electron gain enthalpy value decreases. The electron gain enthalpy value become less negative. Why the electron gain enthalpy value become less negative when we move from top to bottom? Because when we move from top to bottom, atomic size increases. Atomic size increases. The electron gain enthalpy value is, the electron gain enthalpy value of fluorine is minus 332 kilojoule per mole. If you come to the electron gain enthalpy value of chlorine, it is of 349 kilojoule per mole. Just now only we said electron gain enthalpy value decreases when we move from top to bottom. But when we are comparing the electron gain enthalpy value of chlorine and fluorine, fluorine possesses low electron gain enthalpy than that of chlorine. Why? This is because fluorine is smaller in size. Small size of fluorine is the main reason for this. Due to the small size, the inter-electronic repulsion in fluorine is very high. That is why fluorine possesses low electron gain enthalpy value than that of chlorine. But when we move from chlorine to downwards, the electron gain enthalpy will gradually decreases. It becomes less negative. So when we move from left to right, in a corresponding period, halogens possess high negative electron gain enthalpy, but when we move from top to bottom, the electron gain enthalpy value gradually decreases because of the increase in atomic size. Now we have to study about electronegativity. We know fluorine is the most electronegative element in the periodic table. When we move from top to bottom, electronegativity decreases. Totally, if you are telling, electronegativity is very high in the case of halogens. Halogens are high electronegative elements. Physical properties. If we talk about the physical state of halogens, fluorine and chlorine are gases. Bromine is a liquid, whereas iodine is the solid. This is the physical state of group 17 element. Fluorine and chlorine are gases. Bromine is a liquid, iodine is a solid. Halogen possesses high melting and boiling point. Melting and boiling point steadily increases with the increase in atomic number, or otherwise when we move from top to bottom, melting and boiling point steadily increases. Why? When we move from top to bottom, atomic size increases. When atomic size increases, automatically the van der Waals force of attraction gradually increases. When the magnitude of van der Waals force of attraction increases, melting and boiling point increase. That is why when we move from top to bottom, or when atomic number increases, melting and boiling point also increases. Solubility in water. Fluorine and chlorine are highly soluble in water, whereas bromine and iodine are sparingly soluble in water, but they are highly soluble in organic solvent. If you are seeing fluorine, it is yellow in color. What about chlorine? It is greenish yellow in color. Bromine is reddish brown in color, whereas iodine is violet color. That means all the halogens are colored. Fluorine is yellow, chlorine is greenish yellow, bromine is reddish brown, whereas iodine is violet. So why halogens are colored? Because when white light falls on it, they absorb radiation in the visible region. Because of the absorption of radiation from visible region, the outer electron get excited to higher energy level. That is why halogens are colored. That's all about the physical property. What we studied in physical property? We studied about the physical state. Do you remember the physical state? Fluorine and chlorine are gases, whereas bromine is a liquid, iodine is a solid. We studied halogen possess color. All the halogens are colored. We studied about the solubility of halogen in water. Also, we studied about melting and boiling point of halogens. Oxidation state of halogens. We know halogens in its outermost orbital contain ns2 np5 configuration. That means s orbital contain 2 electrons, p orbital contain 5 electrons. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here 5 electrons are present in the p orbital. Since only one unpaired electron is present, there is a possibility that this electron get removed or one more electron can be accepted here. If one more electron is accepted, the halogen shows -1 oxidation state. If this electron is lost, it will show +1 oxidation state. Thus, halogens are exhibiting -1 or +1 oxidation state. Suppose if this electron is promoted to higher energy level, we will get configuration like this. This electron is promoted, so here only one electron, here one unpaired electron. This electron is promoted to higher d orbital. This is ns orbital, np orbital, this is nd orbital. Now it contains 1, 2, 3 unpaired electron. So if it lost these 3 electron, it will attain +3 oxidation state. Similarly, if this electron is promoted to here, we will get a configuration like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unpaired electrons are there. Therefore, the halogen can exhibit +5 oxidation state. Suppose if this electron is also promoted, we will get a configuration like this. So they will show +7 oxidation state. We studied in p block elements, since they are contain 7 electrons in their outermost orbital, +7 is the common group oxidation state. So usually halogen exhibit -1 or +1 oxidation state. Other than this, they can also exhibit +3, +5, +7 oxidation state. But if we are talking about fluorine, fluorine having 2s2 2p5 configuration, so there is no d orbital. Since the d orbital is absent, as well as it is a high electronegative element, hence it always exhibit -1 oxidation state. Other halogen, that is chlorine to iodine, they are exhibiting higher positive oxidation state due to the presence of or due to the availability of d orbital. Studied the halogens having ns2 np5 configuration. To complete its octet, it accepts an electron here. The ready acceptance of an electron is the main reason for strong oxidizing power of the halogens. We studied fluorine, since it is highly electronegative and smallest one, it accepts readily an electron. So fluorine is the strong oxidizing agent among other halogens. Fluorine oxidizes other halide ion in solution or even in solid phase also. For example, if fluorine react with hydrogen chloride, we are getting hydrogen fluoride plus chlorine. In this reaction, the Cl minus ion present in hydrogen chloride get oxidized to chlorine. Similarly, if chlorine react with hydrogen bromide, we are getting 2 HCl plus Br2. In this reaction, Br minus ion in HBr get oxidized to Br2. Similarly, bromine react with 2Hi, we are getting 2HBr plus I2. The I minus present in this reaction get oxidized to I2. This indicates the oxidizing nature decreases down the group. When we move from top to bottom, the oxidizing nature decreases. In general, if you are telling a halogen oxidized, halide ion of higher atomic number. So in general, we are telling a halogen oxidized a halide ion of higher atomic number. That is when we move from top to bottom. That is, fluorine can oxidize chlorine, chloride, bromide and iodide. Chlorine can oxidize bromide and iodide. Bromine can oxidize iodide. The reverse is not possible. That means the oxidizing nature decreases down the group. The decreasing nature of oxidizing power we can understand from the standard electrode potential value. We know that the standard electrode potential value of fluorine is 2.87 volt, whereas chlorine is 1.36 volt, bromine is 1.09 volt, iodine is 0.54 volt. That means standard electrode potential in the sense standard reduction potential value decreases on moving down the group. From this value, we can also understand the oxidizing power decreases down the group. It is also understand from the reaction of halogens with water. Fluorine react with water, we are getting hydrogen fluoride plus oxygen, 2H2O, 4HF. In this reaction, water get oxidized to oxygen by fluorine atom. So fluorine here acts as an oxidizing agent. Similar reaction, if chlorine react with water, it will convert it into hydrogen chloride plus hypochlorous acid. Chlorine when react with water, so it will convert it into hydrogen chloride and hypochlorous acid. Similar reaction is observed when bromine react with water. We are getting HBr, hydrogen bromide and hypobromous acid. But when iodine react with water, the reaction is non-spontaneous. But iodide can be oxidized to iodine by water. That is, the reverse of the reaction takes place. This indicates when we move from top to bottom, the oxidizing nature decreases. Fluorine can oxidize water. The similar reaction can observe in the case of bromine also. That means Cl2 when react with water, we can get 4HCl plus O2. It can be observed, but this reaction is very slow because this reaction needs very high activation energy. What does it mean? It means the oxidizing power of chlorine is lower than that of fluorine. That is why in the case of chlorine and bromine, they are undergoing disproportionation reaction. This reaction is a disproportionation. Both oxidation as well as reduction takes place simultaneously in these two reactions. So this is an example for disproportionation. chlorine react with water or bromine react with water, the reaction is disproportionation. But in the case of iodine, so iodide and get oxidized by water, that is the reverse reaction is takes place, that is oxidizing nature is very less. Thus, the oxidizing power of halogen decreases when we move from top to bottom. That means fluorine having more oxidizing power than that of chlorine, chlorine having more oxidizing power than that of bromine, bromine having more oxidizing power than that of iodine. That is all about the oxidizing nature of halogens. So far we studied in this video about the atomic properties of group 17 element. We studied about the atomic properties. So, atomic properties in the sense means electronic configuration, atomic and ionic radii, ionization enthalpy, electronegativity, etc. Also we studied about the physical properties, oxidizing nature, etc.